Welcome back to Football Friday Night. Got a big Georgia block ahead.
Yeah, Brandon. I stayed for the whole Evan versus Grovetown game, and I'll get to that in just a minute.
That's right. I made you stay for the whole thing.
Yeah.
I'll start with the undefeated number 7 Burke County Bears. Final non-region game hosting Statesboro. Last week, Amari Williams rushed for 124. Quarterback Sean Vandiver, 3 total touchdowns and a 49-17 win over Oconee County. Stingy Bear defense giving up less than 13 points per game in the 4 wins. They would do more than that tonight. Bears strike first. Sean Vandiver to the senior wide receiver, Jensen Brantley, 9-yard score, extra point good. Bears out in front 7-0, and those 2 weren't done yet. How about this one from 36 yards out? Brantley's second touchdown of the game. Bears rolling, and the defense throws a shutout. Burke County wins big, 34-0.
Moving over to Columbia County, Evans traveling to Grovetown tonight. The Knights won this game 42-15 last year, but tonight's road test proved to be difficult, at least at the start. And Coach Davis definitely wanting a win after the last 2 weeks seeing losses. In the first quarter, at the 3-yard line, Amari Clark will go under center and take it himself. The PAT is no good, so 6-0 Warriors. Knights will get the ball back at midfield, and Bryce Walker finds Dontavius Williams with a nice little one-handed grab. He'd be short of the first down marker, so Knights are forced to punt. Grovetown would be pinned inside the 5, and Evans' defense comes up with the safety. Big Jack Harrington brings him down, so that was Evans' first points of the game. A little while later, new QB Trip Ferguson airs it across the middle and finds Jaden Wisby, who gets his hands in the right place at the right time. And to finish out the drive, Coach Davis puts in E.J. Hogan, who gets by defenders, and into the end zone he goes. So after an ugly start, Evans comes back to win 27-6. Here's head coach Bear Davis.
We felt offensively we were shooting ourselves in the foot some of the first half. Defense, we were playing okay. We gave up some edge runs, but we thought we were playing fine, so we didn't abandon our game plan at halftime or anything. We just said we're going to come out, run, protect the football, and just do what we can do. But I'm proud of our whole team.
Evans hosting Lakeside next week. Grovetown will travel to Brunswick.
All right, 2A Region 4, Westside hosting Glen Hills. Patriots beat Josie in last week's region opener, 49-6. Josie lost to Waco last week. Westside starts fast. Catch and run by Jeremiah Johnson. Puts him down in the red zone, and they would get the ball right back after scoring. Riante Brown comes up with a fumble recovery for the Pats. Xavier Gross, next play, finds Jeremiah Johnson in the end zone. Westside goes in front 14-0. They cruise tonight 41-0, the final. Laney fell to Thompson 28-14 a week ago on the road at Butler. Bulldogs dropped the region opener to Putnam County last Friday. Wildcats up 27-8 at the half when we get there. And how about James Pride in for the score from 4 out. Laney in front 34-0. Excuse me, I'm bad at math. 34-8, I guess, at the time. And Butler trying to get something going. Darian White King to Ricardo Collier, but picked off by Twinoran Brown.
This is actually Putnam County and Josie, by the way. Not too much to show you here because it was all Putnam County tonight. They take this one 42-0 over Josie.
All right, Lincoln County, ARC. Here we go. 2 of the oldest programs in the state. Lincoln County homecoming. That was Andrew Barton running it. Same drive. Elijah Scholes to the outside for the Musketeers. Picks up the first down. And then Andrew Barton running it in.
Another pick. There you go. Defense.
Kept it to just a field goal. Smaj Jenkins blocking for a Andrew Beard touchdown, I believe there. Lincoln County wins big, 38-6 the final.
Washington Wilkes at home against Hancock Central. And in the first quarter, Washington Wilkes ball handed off to Tamari Curry, who finds an opening, and he takes off down the field, and he makes his way into the end zone all the way for 6, and it's 7-0 with the PAT. Washington Wilkes ball again. Andrew Meach has the ball, and he runs to the outside and out of bounds, but not before picking up a good first down. And at the end of the day, for Washington Wilkes, they won this one big, 45-0.
All right, number 1 Thompson, 57-29 over Washington County. Hepzibah on the road gets a win over Southeast Bullitt. The Cross Creek game did not happen, of course, if you saw that fight down in Savannah. ECI over Johnson County, 15-17. Elbert County over Jefferson County. Jenkins County, number 8, beats Claxton. And Screven County throws a shutout over Warren County. Stick around, more. We'll go to Game Night Live. Aquinas, Greenbrier, the roommates, up next.